Why are we so hard on ourselves? I'll tell you why. The brain believes whatever you tell it. And the brain believes whatever it has heard other people say to you about who you are, especially when you're a child. So if you grew up with critical parents, if you grew up in a critical religion, then you grew up learning that you weren't good enough. You grew up learning that you were broken. You grew up learning that you needed to strive to be different than who you were because who you are wasn't good enough. Just think of high control Christianity. We're told that we're broken. We're told that if we're not doing this, and this, or saying this prayer, or believing this thing, or if we're not completely straight, or if we're not this, and this, we're going to suffer for eternity in hell. Of course, that got into our subconscious mind and made us be super critical of everything about ourselves. So we grew up having negative self-talk. You're ugly, or you can't do this, or you're not smart enough, blah blah blah. And if we're talking that way to ourselves, then we're gonna be critical of others too. Because if we haven't learned to love, grace, compassion, and celebration for who we are, then we certainly haven't learned how to do that with other people. And I feel that the world needs to get this. I feel that people in the churches need to get this. Not all the churches, but the high control critical ones. The ones that say they love you unconditionally, but they do not. Because you have to change everything about who you are in order to even fit in. And if there's an addiction of some kind, or like I said, if you're not straight, then you better keep that quiet and to yourself, or you will be criticized and shunned and ostracized, and you're not going to be good enough to be in that building. And this is how we change the world. We start loving ourselves, and then we can love others. We start having compassion and grace for ourselves, and then we have love and compassion and grace for others. So the minute a negative self-talk comes up, the minute you look in the mirror tomorrow morning and you say, ew, you look gross, or whatever, recognize it, change it. Say something positive. I am beautiful today. I look hydrated today. I don't care what you have to say. Just switch that negative self-talk to something positive, and pretty soon the positive self-talk will be the default, and this will impact your subconscious mind, and it will impact every decision that you make, and every decision you make will come from a source of self-love, compassion, and grace for yourself and for others, and your life will reflect this. And the other people around you, their life will reflect this as well.